Assalamualaikum, good afternoon everyone. My name is Alyus Fullan, and today I'm gonna discuss about discourse and society. But first, what is discourse and society? Discourse occurs in particular social and cultural settings and is used and understood in different ways in different social and cultural settings. There are important aspects of the social and cultural settings of spoken and written discourse. And today I'm gonna explain the three important aspects of discourse and society. It will start with a discussion of the notion of discourse communities. Then second is discuss the various way we express our social identity through discourse. And then the most important is the identities we express in our gender identity. And this is the mind mapping of my material that I'm gonna explain today. First, I'm gonna explain about discourse communities. John Wallace provides a set of characteristics for identifying a group of people as members of a particular discourse community. The group must have some set of shared common goals, some mechanism for communication, and some way of providing the exchange of information among its members. The community must have its own particular genres, its own set of specialized terminology and vocabulary, and a high level of expertise in its particular area. The ways in which people communicate with each other and exchange information will vary according to the group. Example of discourse communities that can we see every day, such as a school cheerleader, film lovers community, and etc. Second is language as social and local practice. Speakers then often have a repertoire of social identities and discuss community memberships. They may also have a linguistic repertoire that they draw on for their linguistic interactions. That is, they may have number of language or language varieties that they use to interact in within their particular communities. This kind of situation is common in many parts of the world. The choice of language or language variety may be determined by the domain the language is being used in, such as with family, among with friends, and in religious, educational, and employment settings. Social factors such as who we are speaking to, the social context of the interactions, the topic, function and goal of the interactions, social distance between speakers, the formality of the setting or type of interaction, and the status of each speaker are also important for accounting for the language choice that a person makes in this kind of settings. The last is discourse and gender. Early work in the analysis of gender and discourse looked at the relationships between the use of language and the biological category of sex. This has now moved to an examination of the ways language is used in relation to the social category or the social constructed category of gender. Gender then is not just a natural and inevitable consequence of one's biological sex. It is rather part of the routine, ongoing work of everyday, mundane social interaction that is the product of social practice. The relationship between language and sexuality further complicates the topic of gender and discourse by adding the notion of desire to the discussion. While gender is something that is socially constructed, sexuality has much more unconscious basis, based in the notion of desire that is a person's intimate desire for connection to others that exceeds their conscious control. Okay, I think that's enough from me. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.